Hey guys, it's Robin and welcome back to my channel. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys can tell how excited I am. Halloween is almost here, but I'm even more excited to share today's cake with you because I'm going to be making a cake of Jack Skellington. And I thought I would pay homage to the Pumpkin King himself and dress up like him today. So I hope it's not too scary and I hope you guys enjoy the video and I hope you'll keep tuning in and hit that subscribe button because we're going to be having fun all month long. Now let's get into it. So for today's cake, I baked up two 6-inch vanilla cake layers, and as you can see, this one here is a little different because I baked this one up in a small stainless steel bowl. Now I did this because I didn't want to mess around too much with my bottom layers, and I thought this would save me a little bit of work. So we're just going to start out by leveling our layers, and I'm only going to be leveling this one here because I want to keep a dome shape on the top of this one for the top of Jack's head. Then I'm going to tort my layers and make 4 layers instead of 2. Alright, so now it's time to fill our layers. So I'm just going to take a little bit of white American buttercream and we're going to put a little dollop on our cake board. And we're going to use that to attach our first layer of cake. And now to make this a little bit fun, I thought we would do some black and some white stripes inside the cake. So I'm actually going to start with a little bit of white around the outside edge, just so we don't have any black bleed through the white icing later on. I'm going to start with a white border. And then we're going to alternate our colors as we go to the center. Alright, so I finished filling my layers, but my icing is a little bit soft and I want it to set, so that way my layers aren't sliding around when I'm trying to carve the cake. So I'm going to pop this in the fridge to chill for about 15 or 20 minutes, just to give it a little bit of time to firm up. And when we come back, we're going to carve our cake. So our cake is firmed up nicely and now it is time to carve. But our cake is going to be a ball shape and it has a very small bottom, so I don't want it to actually roll off the cake board. Even though we have a little bit of icing, there's still a possibility. So I'm going to actually put a small dowel into the center of my cake and I'm going to drive it down into my cake board. So we're just going to do that right quickly. Alright, so before I start my crumb coat, I just wanted to show you guys how I shaped my cake. So as you can see, I got it nice and round, but I've also made it slightly more narrow at the top too, so it looks a little bit more like Jack. Now, as you can see here, I also have a little bit of black icing showing through, and I don't want that to mix in with the rest of my crumb coat because it may show through the fondant. So I'm going to be applying my crumb coat using a piping bag, and I just snipped the tip. We're not using a piping tip today. And I'm going to be smoothing that out using just some plastic flexible smoothers. And I also have a little piece of acetate here too, which I find works really well to get it extra smooth. as I said before, we're now going to pop this in the fridge to chill. I need my icing to set, and it's actually quite warm in here today. We're having some peculiar fall weather. It is quite hot here, and I really need this to set. So I'm going to stick this in the fridge. We're going to let it firm up really, really well, and when we come back, we're going to start working on our fondant decorations. So there's really not much to the decorations. Outside of the carving and the fondant coverage, if you have some basic knowledge, this is a fairly simple cake. So as you can see, I just have some black and some white fondant here, and we're just going to be using this to cut out his signature bow tie with the little black cat. And I'm also going to cut out his eyes and his nostrils to have them ready to put on the cake. So I'm just going to start by rolling out a little bit of black, and we're going to start with his bow tie and the little cat face. So I don't know if you guys love this movie as much as I do, or if you're just here because you love cake, but I thought as a special treat for all my subscribers and anyone who loves this movie, I would make a trilogy of Nightmare Before Christmas cakes. So if you like what I'm putting down, hit that like button, and don't forget to leave love in the comment section too. Whether it's your spookiest, scariest story, or just a hello, I appreciate it either way. Alright, there's our decorations, and I think they turned out great. So I'm going to set these off to the side to dry for a little bit while we go and grab our cake. Because it's time to get it covered in fondant, but just before I do, I'm going to come in and add a couple of little eyebrows so they show through. So to make his eyebrows, we're just going to be rolling out a little piece of fondant into sort of a sausage shape. And we're going to cut that in two and taper each one on one end. Now once you've rolled them out the size that you need, you're just going to take one at a time. You're going to strategically put them on the cake, looking at a picture of Jack for placement. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to pop this back in the fridge for a few minutes because like I said, it's fairly warm in here, and I just want to lock them in place before I cover my cake in fondant. Alright, so my eyebrows have set, and while I was waiting for my cake to chill, I rolled out a nice big piece of white fondant. So we're just going to get this picked up and get our cake covered up. Haha, look at him, guys. Isn't he awesome? I think he looks great so far. I'm so happy with it. Now, I did have a little bit of trouble with the fondant. Covering a ball is as hard as you would think. So I do have a couple of seams in the back where I had to snip it with some scissors, but that's okay. Some cakes have a back. This one does. So we're almost done. I still have a couple of things left to do. I'm going to come in with some Dresden tools, and we're going to accentuate his eyes. We're going to mark off his nose and his mouth. Then I'm going to add all the little black features and his bow tie, and then I can show you guys what it looks like. What's this? What's this? I can't believe my eyes. Jack Skellington, but cake. Isn't he awesome, guys? I know, I'm crazy. What can you do? Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had so much fun making this cake and dressing up for you. And if you guys absolutely love Nightmare Before Christmas as much as I do, hit that big thumbs up button and leave me lots of love in the comment section too. And if you haven't done so already and you did enjoy the video, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you receive a notification every time I post a new video. Thanks for watching, guys. Merry Christmas and Happy Halloween.